Welcome back to SF Craft Season 2 for episode 19. In this episode, we are going to clean up the area around my base and turn this into a park, as well as finally getting started on the fourth and final building of the city center. So all of these farms here around my base have been here for a long time, and even though they don't look that good, I don't want to get rid of them, just because they've been here since episode 1. So I think what I'm going to do is work around them instead and fix up this area over here. And here we are finally going to have our poppy field, which I have talked about at the beginning of the season, and I wanted to look more like I was growing poppies here just to fit with the theme of my base and the alliance. So once we're done with that, we are going to work on the park, which is going to be where all these trees are. So a lot of these trees are just completely messed up or griefed. All of this is technically protected by the rules of the alliance, but not everyone follows those, or sometimes a creeper explodes or whatever. So we are going to fix this area up. We're going to make some paths, and this is going to look really nice. There is now a fence with a lot of poppies in it, and this fits in with the other farms pretty nicely. And I made a little path there that I'm going to connect to the paths in the park. So there's a fence gate here, so you can just walk right through it. And this probably isn't the best way to get into it, but it works. And I've already started working on some of these. But we are going to add a bunch of paths through this area. I have also fixed all of the floating trees and any random blocks just placed or floating or anything like that. So now we have paths going through the entire park, and I have fixed all the floating trees and any other random blocks that were in the way. This one just goes straight through all the way down to the beach, and there's another path that goes around this area in the center, which I have not done anything with yet, because earlier today, the day I'm recording this, I saw a YouTube community post that said something about Technoblade dying. And I thought this was a joke at first, but yeah, he actually died of cancer. Technoblade was an important and influential person to the Minecraft community and the internet as a whole. Some of the things he did influenced my decisions with planning SF Craft or making videos. So because of that, I thought this was a perfect time to finally turn this into a park, and we are going to build a little memorial for him right here. And I have selected specific pieces of armor that match his skin. And I'm hoping it will be safe to use netherite here. I don't think anyone would steal from a Technoblade memorial, but we'll have to see. And there's something wrong with this one. I might have messed up when dyeing that. Yeah, it looks a little too dark, so I'm probably gonna have to fix that. But let's get a nice pose for him. And there we go. Now we just need a sign. And there we go. In memory of Technoblade, Minecraft, and YouTube legend. And his name is a little bit bigger than the rest of the text on the side, which makes it look even better. So now that it is getting dark, we just need to add a little bit more light around it. And although you can see it from the side, that doesn't actually look too bad. And it's actually raining. I did not do anything to make that happen. I don't even think the command block was working again. And what is that? Did that parrot just land right there? It looks like the dove. No way. This was not scripted. Rest in peace, Technoblade. You will always be remembered. Now we can get back to working on the city center with the fourth and final building, which I have outlined with white concrete. And I haven't really said much about what this building is going to be. And that is because it's not really going to have much use other than to fill the space. But it is going to be a hotel for the casino. So Erin dropped off this shulker box here because she had extra gravel, and I'm going to need a lot of this. I don't know if this is going to be enough, but I guess we'll find out. I'm also going to need a lot of sand, and my plan for that is to hire some new players to go to the mining desert and get sand for me, and then I will pay them with some new tools and armor and stuff like that. That way they won't have to grind for it before the end of the season. One of those new players has already joined, so we are going to meet up with him and do some trading. We are now at Astro's other house on the peninsula, which he sold to our newest player, ingrown player. And we are here to get some of this sand, and look how much he has gotten. And look at that skin he is wearing. His armor even looks smaller. And we're going to need to empty out my inventory a little bit so I can pick all this sand up. Well, I don't know if I'm going to have enough room in this shulker box. Yeah, I'm definitely not. And my inventory's full again. I bought him a full set of diamond armor from villagers for the sand. I didn't know he already had some. And look at all of this sand in here. That will definitely be enough for this building. And I'll also give him some mending, as I just said in the chat. I have now built the first level of the hotel. And the front of this looks pretty good. The stone bricks definitely works with this design. And I had to make sure the windows would work, which took a long time. I had to plan this out in my creative world to make sure it would work. But I think the windows look pretty good. And on the inside, there's still nothing yet. Haven't even taken down all the trees, so we're going to need to clean up this inside eventually. But for now, we can continue working on the next few levels. And like with the sandstone building in the bank, I'm going to build all the walls first before I do anything with the inside. So we are going to go into a time lapse and work on the walls. So we are back from that time lapse, and this is what this hotel is supposed to look like. So you can see the round shape with the windows and everything now in the front. And this looks really good, except for this, which I'm gonna fix that quickly. No one saw this. Yeah, everything was fine before I started this recording. And from the back and sides, I think it looks really good. I was originally going to add some stone brick slabs around the windows to add more details, but I don't know if it needs it. It might look weird from the ground level if I do that. But we'll have to see. So let's take a look at it from the inside. And I think the circular shape looks pretty good, even though it's more like an octagon, but that was really the only way to do it with this because you had to have some flat walls for it to work. But that's a good start. So now I have gotten Soj to come back to the realm, and I have built over the largest lava lake I've ever seen while building a nether tunnel to his and Yeetbeater's main base. So we are going to go over there. I knew they had a lot of emeralds from their raid farm, but what is that? And this is what their base looks like. This emerald tower is just huge though. And there's the raid farm. And that is where we are going first. Because Soch wants to... He just died with a totem? What? Alright, let's see what he wants. I think this is a good negotiation. What is he negotiating? $50% of that tower for coordinates for the next season. What coordinates is he even talking about? Although I would take 15% of that tower. That tower is huge. Let's take a look around his base. Not sure what a lot of this stuff is because he has a lot of weird and random farms everywhere. Hold on, let me check YouTube. Alright, so let's look at everything while he's checking YouTube. And I'm not sure what this thing is, but some kind of redstone machine. And I'm guessing this is an old potions farm before they got patched. And axolotls in here. This is the warehouse. And it looks like it's just a chest room with a lot of books that, again, hopefully don't compete with my store. And over here they have what's probably some kind of XP farm. Yeah, it's a mob farm. With an enchantment table. And over here, this is a fish farm. And that is some kind of chicken cooker. And I have no idea what this thing is up here. Oh, it's a slime farm. With a slime spawner, just like the one Astro has. Let's see if they are actually getting any. And that's not bad. I have no idea what these things are. But this is what I came here to see. The raid farm. And we can hear a lot of stuff happening, but I'm not exactly sure where. But he placed all these leaves to make sure that nothing spawned on the pillager tower itself. And it looks like he found whatever he was looking for. It's broken for this realm, because it's outdated. I still have no idea what he's talking about. But I'm guessing this is where he kills the pillagers, and the pillagers and other raid mobs spawn above it. Okay, that makes sense. He wants the coordinates for a pillager outpost. But I don't know if I can give him that because I'm still not sure what I'm going to do with the coordinates for next season. But I'll just say okay for now. But I'll tell him he has to come back to the peninsula because he hasn't seen it in like a year. But the last time I gave away the seed and coordinates, Rex used it to get all the notch apples within a 10,000 block radius, and he completely messed up the entire game, so I probably don't want to do that again. Let me know when you want the emeralds, so I guess he's just going to give me those emeralds. So let's go into the nether and take a look at this nether tunnel. We are back at the peninsula, and as you can see, that tunnel is pretty long. So it's not the fastest way, but it definitely works better than an elytra. But I think that is going to be it for this episode of SFcraft. Thanks for watching this episode of SFcraft. We are back to starting new projects again. We got the park done and built a little memorial for Technoblade. We started working on the hotel, the 4th building of the city center, and we got the walls completely done. And we finally got to see Soch and Eatbeater's main base. Next episode, we will hopefully be able to finish the hotel and start preparing for the finale. So thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in episode 20.